Okay, well, you girls have had some questions on the game and how to play it and where to get it and all that stuff. The game is MineCraft. You acquire it through download at minecraft.net. It's about $26, $27, and then all the future updates are free. You download it onto your machine, and then you fire it up, and it'll ask you to choose a login and a name. My name is J_D23, and then Stevie's Emo Elmo 1600, and Daddy's I'm a Rocker Dude. And then once you pay for the game and you have it downloaded and you load it up, this is the first screen you come to. For a first world, typically a good idea is to hit a single player, and then you're going to create a new world. Now there's different types of worlds. The best world, in my opinion, is the survival world. This is the world I usually play in. You can play it with monsters on or monsters off. I usually play it with monsters on, but before I would play it with monsters off just to get a feel for the game. What's nice about this one is you can, once you create this world, you can move between peaceful and play with monsters in the same world. So it's a good one to start in. The other game mode is hardcore. This one is just like survival world, but if you die, your entire world is deleted, and it's at the hardest setting too. So this is just really not recommended unless you're, a sadist or something. Anyhow, and then this one is creative. Creative is really cool for just going in there and playing around with stuff. Creative gives you unlimited resources. You don't have to gather anything. You just pick them out of your toolbar. You can also fly, and you can destroy and place blocks instantly. So it's a lot of fun, but it's not, in my opinion, really playing the game. It's just in there playing around. So let's create a new world in survival mode. We're going to name this new world for the girlies. Yeah, I know, I feel silly. Now in more world options, you have different types of things that you can do. A bonus chest, what that does is it gives you the basic tools when you first generate the game so that you don't have to gather as much stuff. And it's random. Sometimes it'll give you just a whole bunch of wood to make stuff with. Sometimes it'll give you some tools, and sometimes it'll give you a tool, a little bit of wood, and a little bit of food. I'm going to leave that off because part of the fun of the game is surviving the first day and doing it legitimately. So we're going to do that. Allowing cheats, that's probably not good to allow cheats when you're first learning the game because you get used to having them and then you don't really learn how to play the game. World type default, default is usually what I play in. Super flat is good for if you are wanting to just build and keep it on peaceful because you don't have things like mountains and trees and stuff in your way. Large biomes, I don't really care for large biomes because you can get stuck in one huge humongous biome that you don't like and it'll take you forever to get out. So it could be jungle. There's different biomes, which is the type of world you generate. There's jungle, there's desert, there's plains, and there's extreme hills, and there's forest, and there's river. And what I like to do is just have default because that'll give you smaller of everything instead of one great big huge, I don't know, jungle or snow biome or something you get stuck in. Generate structures, you want to leave that on because that's going to generate in-game things that are really cool. It'll generate villages for you to look at, and villages are where you can find some really good resources. And dungeons, which are a lot of fun because even if you play on peaceful, if you come across a dungeon when you're mining, you get to capture it, and then you can make mob grinders and get the benefit of experience, and I'll explain all that later. For world generator, usually I just leave that one blank and let it just generate from a random seed. All the worlds are just a little bit different, and so once you're done here, you click done and then create new world, and it'll take a while to load up. Do 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 do. I'll just silently fiddle my thumbs here. Steve is mad at me because I'm humming. Okay, and here's our world. Very awesome. Now the one thing I'm going to have to do in my options, as I explained before, I'm going to have to change my video settings to short in order to record. And it looks like it's on peaceful. So we're going to put it on easy. Steven, stop it. So back to game. Once this, it's really laggy at first because it's creating the world around you. So a lot of times I just let it load. You can't let it load for too long because you're burning daylight. So as soon as you can move around without too much problem, go ahead and move a bit. This actually looks like a really nice area. It looks like there's a cave right down over there. We have cows, which can be a real problem sometimes to find them. We have stone. We spawned right, oh, this isn't actually, this will be really good. We spawned right in between what looks like a jungle and a hills and a plains biome. This is really nice. This will be a really good world for a demonstration. One of the problems I'm going to run into is I didn't really buy a Bandicam license, which is the video recording tool I'm using. So it limits me to 10-minute sections. Hi dear, how are you? This is a cow. Yeah, I know it kind of looks like a bear pig man, but it's a cow. And they make a lot of noise, but they're pretty harmless. Anyhow, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to break this up into several different sessions. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this one, and then the next one we're going to go ahead and start our first day.